Yo, haha, Miltnificent. What is good, YouTube? Your boy Miltnificent coming back with another video. And today, man, we got the Nike Reactx Rejuven8, at least the slide version, in the khaki colorway. Not too long ago, man, I actually did the Nike Reactx Rejuven8. I want to call it the shoe, clog, whatever you want to call it, but there are definitely some differences between the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 shoe versus the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 slide. And I'm going to show you those subtle differences between the two. If I'm not mistaken, May 15th of 2025, 10 a.m. Eastern on the Nike app is when various different Nike Rejuven8 slide and the actual shoes will be available in different colorways. So even if you didn't get the black and white slides that was previously released, if I'm not mistaken, some of these slides actually did release April 23rd. I didn't know about that. It was select stores, and it's the reason why I was able to get the actual khaki colorway. So with that said and done, man, today we're going to kind of compare the foam density in terms of comfort between the Nike Reactx Rejuven8, the actual shoe. We got the Yeezy Slide that a lot of people have been talking about, or the slipper if you want to call it, and the actual Adidas Yeezy Slide. Now, in my opinion, I believe that based off comfort, this is going to be the winner between the Yeezy Slide and the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 Slide. And I'll explain why in a minute. Actually, let's do it right now. So, this is your standard Nike box, the Rejuven8 shoe versus the Rejuven8 Slide. Kind of the same thing. You can see right here. Size 13. Let's open this bad boy up. Shout out to Shoe Palace, man. I didn't know. I saw it on sale. I didn't think that they were going to ship it, but hey, it is what it is. We got it right now. So let me take this out real quick, and I'll show you the subtle differences. There are some similarities, but the density between the slide and the actual Rejuven8 shoe is definitely a difference. So one of the things right here, you can see right here, I'm going to actually take this string off, but it comes like this with the whole string. Probably should take this off later on, but this, in my opinion, it's not a bad shoe. Or I should have said slide. They both kind of resemble the same thing. Let me actually pull this out. When you look at the actual Nike Rejuven8 shoe versus the actual Nike Rejuven8 slide. So the Reactx foam that they put on both of them, what you're going to notice is that one has a little bit more foam than the other. And let me start with the heel counter. So when you look at the heel counter on this shoe, there's nothing really supporting your heel in terms of like the arc portion. So when you look at this, what you're going to notice is that although it looks the same, you can see the ridges. This one you would think sits higher on your foot, but it's actually this one. So I'm going to show you a picture where I'm showing you the heel portion where you're looking at the arrows. Arrows indicate where your heel is going to be when you put on the slipper versus the shoe. So you're actually sitting higher with the slide than you are with the actual shoe. What I did notice is that because of that, this foam, at least the Nike Reactx foam that they put on this, it feels a little bit more stiffer because they're injecting more foam compared to what you would get in the actual shoe. So you can see like the height difference between the two. So to keep that in mind when you're getting the slide. Now, the reason why I said that the slide, in terms of comfort, the Adidas Yeezy Slide is going to have better comfort just because by design it has those kind of like fin-like shark fin shapes, if you want to call it, but it creates a huge bounce back effect and the density is a little bit more comfortable than this. But if you're looking for arc support and heel support, this is going to be the better option over time, especially durability, because you got that Move to Zero Nike rubber outsole on the bottom, whereas the Yeezy Slide eventually, although it's good, it's going to wear down because it's foam. The foam is exposed. So that's the only difference between, I'd say, there's like pros and cons between each slide. But I don't think you can go wrong with the new Nike Reactx Rejuven8 Slide because it's just one of those things that you can put on. This is probably good for if you're going out to the beach and stuff like that. This is something you may want to consider. Only because if you do this with the whole Rejuven8 shoe, technically they're both foam, but by design you're going to trap more water, trap more sand, and it's going to be harder to get out. Whereas the slide, since it's open toe and exposed, it'll be easier. Another thing about the whole Nike Reactx, and you'll see right here, I'm going to show you a picture, is the actual inside. So the inside is shaped just a little bit differently. There's more of a dip with the shoe towards your toe than it is with the actual slide. The slide, your toes will be sitting up. And I will say that to say this, if you are a long-footed, skinny person, this is a size 13, I would definitely recommend, I'll put it, for instance, I'm 12 and a half. I would go 12 because these actually do run, in my opinion, big. You can see right here, like a video of me showing you how my foot shifts in the slide, which means that there's enough room in the heel and, the heel and the actual footbed of your, oh, I saw something there, of the actual slide. It makes a huge difference. I would definitely just consider maybe a half size down, but they come full size, so let's just take that in consideration when you're buying this. But was not disappointed with the both khaki colorway and both the slide and the actual shoe. One of the things that I saw in terms of a design difference, Nike swoosh locations. So the Nike swoosh you'll see on the lateral side for both of them, for both the shoe and the actual slide. But towards the toe, if you notice that the Nike swoosh on the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 shoe, you'll see that it's actually on the rubber outsole, whereas they put this directly on the actual foam. One thing I didn't cover in my previous Nike Reactx Rejuven8 slides, because I was trying to figure out, at least the slide, the shoe, I was trying to figure out where normally you put the size information. You can see that on Adidas Yeezys. If you look on the inside of the actual slide, and you'll see a picture right here, you'll see M13, men's 13, made in Indonesia. So it's actually imprinted on the actual slide. I didn't realize it was actually on the inside of the actual shoe until I saw it in a different light. And it's kind of located. It's really hard to see because you have to kind of have bright light. But I took a good picture outside so you can see it. But it's pretty much located here. So if you're wondering what size these shoes are, take a peek down there. You'll see it. So one of those things, man. Listen, I don't think you can go wrong with either or. But I think one has more benefit than the other. In terms of the actual Yeezy Slide, whew, man, this is one of those things where, again, because the foam on the outsole is exposed, duration wise, I think the advantage goes to the Nike Reactx Rejuven8. But it's not the knock to this because this is actually really comfortable. Now, again, if I was going to the beach and I just came out the ocean or lake, whatever I came out, but it's basically a beach area, I'm definitely going to pull these out because the water is basically just going to come off, easy to wash. The sand and whatnot, things will be able to shake off with ease. Here, I feel like the sand, at some point, it's going to trap, right? Like you'll get some of it, but you'll still have those little grains still sticking there. So you have easier access to kind of just brush it off, if you get what I'm saying. But comment below, man. Let me know what you think of the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 Slide. Again, in my opinion, I felt like this is actually really good, man. You can see right here. And if you want to kind of get a figure out how much flexibility you have, I'm going to kind of show you the difference in terms of control. But I feel like this is a little bit more solid in terms of foam density than it is with the actual shoe. Like the shoe, it's the same Nike Reactx foam. I just felt like because they had to inject more in the slide to compensate for the height, they kind of took away from the comfort that you would normally feel with the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 shoe. That's just my opinion. But your boy Miltnificent, man, let's do that on feet, the Nike Reactx Rejuven8 Slide and the khaki colorway. You guys, stay blessed.